So no, the story is correct. The location is the problem that I had with it. So I think I originally said, so there were environmentalists that were getting taking a private jet over there to get there quick so they can start doing research to give information because they want to do I'm sure testing the soil, air, all that stuff, right? These people get together and then their plane crashes a little bit off the runway, right? So what I said is that it was near the Clintons' house. That was incorrect. Or I don't know if they do have a house over there, but what it was is Hillary Clinton Airport is the name of the airport. So I just want to clear that up.
Are you kidding me?
Hillary
Clinton Airport.
Well, I mean, ironic in the name, right? As far as when something is needed, the people doing it die, weird connection type stuff. Right. Which is terrible because a handful of people passed away in a plane accident. But either way, it's okay, they were flown out, 2 weeks later? It's why wait 2 weeks? How come there wasn't just a massive evacuation and backed up by the state and the feds? We're quick to throw or to threaten to throw reserves or National Guard, in these riots or protests or whatever you want to call them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's these are what they're there for. This is the national or natural disaster on a national base. Bring them in. So I don't know why they would delay. If I was a resident there, I'd be furious. And then listening to people like Joy Behar talk, shit basically because they happen to be a typical conservative votership. It's just I don't know. We just get so many examples of how we've digressed, I think, as a society. And we have literally gotten to the point where there's a visible lack of compassion as long as it affects the people that you don't disagree with politically. And I think that's the most bizarre situation ever. I mean, look, I know the COVID thing's kind of ramping up a little bit, hot topic with the lab leaks, I'm seeing some chatter and all this kind of shit. And it's just look, at the end of the day, if you don't talk to anybody because you're not vaccinated or you are vaccinated and don't want someone to be around someone like that, it's look, dude, you did what you had to do to protect yourself. They did what they thought was doing right for themselves. Now let's move the fuck on.
Exactly. Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
So, when it gets to these kind of points, it's just there's what is going to bring us together? What is that? What does that look like? Because I feel like the damage is so far done that it's it's going to take something horrible to at least get everyone else on the same page again. And that's typically what it does in the past. But it's we just all went through this crazy pandemic, the only one that any one of us has been alive for, or maybe we'll even see in our lifetime.
Right.
And we basically just saw the whole fucking half of society shifted against each other.
Yeah.
And then fueled by other things, you know what I mean? Which didn't make it any better. But it's so sorry, I'm ranting.
No, I
crazy.
feel like you just answered your question, Jordan.
Oh, did I?
You said,
hey,
you were
that's what I do here.
What's it going to take, right? And, I mean, it's going to take something crazy.
It's going to take
just got done with something crazy, and it divided us the most division we could possibly imagine.
Right.
So it seems like pain and suffering and death is what divides us, maybe.
Well, but think about it, dude. What other examples do we have that are that unifying?
Right, exactly.
It's a catastrophe. It's okay, whether it was 9/11, then pick a president that's been shot. I get,
JFK.
Civil rights movement. You think, JFK, Martin Luther King, those things, crazy events that push society to hey, you know what? Things are okay here.
I wonder if. No, go ahead.
No, yeah, no, and that's all I'm leading at. It's just what I don't want to happen is to have it be that.
Right.
Right? Because now it's we need this. And it's no, it's going to be at the expense of innocent people that don't deserve that bullshit. You know what I mean? So
the sacrificial lamb, basically.
Yeah, and that's not okay either. So, I don't know. It's an interesting time.
I wonder if some of that has to do with 9/11. We felt like we were, attacked. We were wronged.
Yeah.
So it's us against the world, so we felt we could get through this, guys.
Well, it's
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, no one, everybody forgot what party line they were at. It's we actually just saw each other as no, we're of the same land. We're of one nation.
Fucking Americans, we're Americans, dude.
And honestly, that was a beautiful. Again, it was a sad time, but it was a beautiful time of right after because it really brought us all together. And it's that's why whenever people ask if I was are you Republican or Democrat? I'm I say I'm American because I'm I'm neither. I'm neither Republican or Democrat. I'm I think
nice.
I think more so it's just dude, if we keep on like identifying by the party first and country second, that's the wrong thing to go about.
But you know what people think though when you say you're
they think it's like you're like it's like you're a white nationalist and everything.
I was gonna
It's
say,
like,
you're right
listen,
wing, bro. If you're an American, that's what you are.
It's
You know,
like,
and
no,
you're
like-
white, you know. So.
and I'm straight and I'm a cisgender. And I
Don't
Yeah.
get me started on that.
Fucking white people, dude.
yeah, fucking white
white
people, dude. Dude, I fucking hate them, bro.
It's white people shit, dude.
White people shit.
It's
White people.
White people shit. Tim's in there too.
Tim's in there, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah.
Half of me.
I mean, I'd say like half of you
Half of
technically,
you.
but like 99% of you.
True.
Yeah, like, true.
Except for the waist down.
Woo, yeah.
Obviously.
Get it, baby.
Obviously.
Clearly.
Yeah, I think how many Jordan or any of you guys, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think there was over 6 train derailments, right? This past month. And they're all hazardous material, most of them.
Yeah, I think there was 3 that were hazardous material, but I do think